Last year, Evan McPherson was 6 of 12, 40 plus. Is that going to be rectified?
We are not talking about that piece enough. Has to be. Has to be.
Because if not, he's just another kicker.
Right.
He's not a weapon.
Well, and we talked to Darren Simmons a lot about it at the Combine, and his big point to us was he really felt like the operation, long snapper, holder, wasn't good enough, and that Evan really needs consistency. And for the first time in 3 years, they're going to have the same, and he seemed to think that in addition to some things that Evan needed to fix on his own, that is really going to help Evan's production. But it is absolutely one of the 5 biggest storylines for this team is what is Evan McPherson going to be? And did we see the best of him? You hope not, but he's got a lot to prove.
He was drafted when he was drafted and became what he became. Look, he made clutch kicks. That goes without saying. But it was, here's a weapon you could use, and we can bring this guy in the field to bang home a 54-yarder instead of going for it on 4th and 6. It informs how you call plays. It informs how you game plan. Like, in the absence of being able to do that, he's just a regular kicker. They didn't draft him and extend him to be a regular kicker.
Can I ask you, if you were in charge of the team, would you bring in competition for him?
Of course. I don't think Evan McPherson, I don't think any player should be ever immune to having somebody compete with them, particularly a kicker.
Right.
Now, I would hope Evan would beat the kicker out. Right? That's the idea. They've invested in him. I mean, he's meant a lot to this franchise, but a player who in their position performed similar to the way Evan McPherson performed in his last year would probably have competition brought in from outside.
Well, and look what happened at the punter spot, right?
Yeah.
You didn't know anything about Ryan Rico, and then he beat out Chrisman, and they got a decent punter out of it. A competition could help at every position, and maybe it could
3 punters last year.
Well, and maybe it could just bring out an edge in Evan. Like, Evan is so happy-go-lucky, and I don't think I've ever seen Evan McPherson have a bad day. And
I've seen him have some bad games.
Yes, but maybe it could bring out the edge in him and get him back to whatever he needs from a mental standpoint. I think that it would benefit him to just bring in another kicker. Like you said, you're expecting Evan to beat him out, but I'd bring in competition. And I think the Evan McPherson, and you won't be able to gauge it during preseason.
Sure.
Evan McPherson is 100% a big storyline for this team.
Yeah, I was talking with a buddy of mine yesterday, and I said I was going to bring this up to you because it is the part of the offseason. There's always the cliche like, nobody's talking about this. Literally haven't heard anybody ask about Evan McPherson since he got hurt at the end of last year.
Yeah.